Ever imagine yourself building like a cutting edge engineering firm, like right from scratch?
Yeah.
Today's deep dive uh, takes us into that world, the world of Durgesh and Bobby Niker, who did just that.
Right.
We're going beyond the highlight reel today,
Okay.
pulling from Bobby's book, Engineering Excellence,
Right.
and some really insightful interviews to uncover
Yeah.
the why behind his success.
And it's a journey that takes us from humble beginnings in Fiji all the way to the forefront of like innovation in Australia.
Wow.
We're talking about iEngineering, a company that's not just keeping pace with the industry, but shaping its future.
Right from the start, I was struck by how Bobby's book dives into his childhood in Fiji. He talks about this nickname Bobby, a term of endearment that instantly makes him relatable. But it's the values instilled by his family that really stand out. Hard work and a deep respect for education.
And it's fascinating to see how those values become the bedrock of his success.
Yeah.
In his book, Bobby talks about how his parents saw education as the key to unlocking opportunities,
Right.
a way to create a better life.
It wasn't just about like getting good grades. It was about gaining the knowledge and the skills needed to make a real difference.
And did he ever? Bobby was dux in high school.
Oh, wow.
Which, for those of us not familiar with the term, means he was top of his class.
Right.
Talk about a clear sign of his drive and dedication from a young age.
Absolutely. And that drive earned him the prestigious Equity and Merit Scholarship to study at the University of Adelaide.
This scholarship wasn't just about financial aid. It recognized academic excellence and leadership potential, highlighting Bobby was already on a remarkable trajectory.
It's like he was building momentum, laying the groundwork for something extraordinary.
Yeah.
So he graduates with honors in electrical and electronics engineering,
Wow.
passing all of his subjects on the first try. I mean, that's impressive in any field.
It is.
What did he do next?
He dives headfirst into the working world. And this is where things get really interesting.
Okay.
He doesn't just take one job and climb the corporate ladder.
Yeah.
He takes on roles at FMF Group on C&D Veolia, even Power Server. Talk about a diverse resume.
That's unusual, isn't it?
Yeah.
Most people I know in engineering kind of stick to a particular niche or industry.
Right.
What do you think he was gaining from these varied experiences?
It's like he was conducting his own masterclass in entrepreneurship before even starting his own company.
Oh, interesting.
Each role offered a different perspective, a new set of challenges, and a deeper understanding of the industry from various angles.
So he's gathering all this experience, soaking up knowledge, and then in 2013, bam, iEngineering is born.
Chuckles.
I love how he describes it as a vision to deliver cutting-edge engineering solutions. It's clear he wasn't content with like the status quo. He wanted to push boundaries.
And it's that drive to innovate, coupled with his unwavering commitment to his core values, that sets iEngineering apart. One thing that struck me as we dug into the material was Bobby's emphasis on thorough design.
Okay.
He's a firm believer that rushing into a project without proper planning is a recipe for disaster.
He actually calls it a pitfall, right?
Yes.
Like one of the biggest mistakes companies make. They just want to get to the finish line without considering the journey.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I can speak to that from experience. Skipping the crucial step of thorough design might seem like a shortcut, but it often leads to costly rework delays and even safety issues down the line.
That makes perfect sense. So with iEngineering, Bobby was determined to do things differently, to create a company that prioritized planning precision and long-term success over quick fixes.
Absolutely. And that's where iEngineering's unique structure comes into play.
Okay.
They have these three core divisions: engineering and design software and industrial hardware solutions, all working together to offer what Bobby calls a one-stop shop experience.
Okay, that's intriguing. Let's unpack those divisions, starting with engineering and design. What exactly do they bring to the table?
One of the first things that jumped out at me was their focus on feasibility studies.
Okay.
They don't just dive into a project based on enthusiasm alone.
Right.
They make sure it's viable from both a technical and economic standpoint.
So it's like they're saying, we love your enthusiasm, but let's make sure this project makes sense before we break ground.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And it's not just about crunching numbers. They have expertise in power and earthing system studies, high voltage and low voltage network design, basically ensuring projects are built on a foundation of solid engineering principles.
Sounds like they're covering all their bases. Now let's talk about something that really caught my eye, the whole software side of iEngineering. They're not just about hard hats and blueprints, are they?
Not at all. They've got a whole division dedicated to providing tailored software solutions. They partner with industry leaders like Neplin Carl Software and XGS Lab.
Okay, so they're not just using off-the-shelf software.
Right.
What's the advantage of these customized solutions?
Think of it like this. You wouldn't want to use a generic map to navigate a complex city.
Right.
Customized software acts as a tailored blueprint, allowing engineering to address the specific needs and challenges of each project, leading to more efficient and effective outcomes. It's really a testament to their commitment to going above and beyond.
That level of customization is pretty rare, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely.
It's like the difference between buying a ready-made suit and having one tailored specifically for you.
Right.
It just fits better.
Exactly. And in the world of engineering, that perfect fit can be the difference between a project that merely functions and one that truly excels. But what really caught my attention was their work on mobile, portable, and fixed EV chargers.
Yeah, that really stood out to me too. It's like they're not just keeping pace with industry trends, but anticipating them.
Yeah.
What makes their approach to EV charging so unique?
It's not just about installing chargers. It's about integrating them seamlessly into existing infrastructure. This forward-thinking approach is a perfect example of how engineering is positioning itself at the forefront of a rapidly evolving industry.
It's like they're looking ahead and saying, this is the future and we're going to be a part of shaping it.
Precisely. And that brings us to Industry 5.0.
Right, the fusion of technology and human ingenuity. But what does that actually look like in the context of a company like iEngineering?
Think about it this way. Industry 5.0 is like upgrading from a basic toolbox to a state-of-the-art workshop.
Gotcha.
It's about harnessing the power of artificial intelligence, advanced analytics, and interconnected systems to enhance efficiency, precision, and innovation in engineering.
That makes sense, but what does this mean for the average person?
It means we can tackle complex challenges with greater speed and efficiency. For instance, personalized medicine can become a reality. We can create smarter cities that optimize energy consumption and traffic flow. It's about using technology not just to build things, but to improve lives.
So it's not just about robots on an assembly line.
Correct.
It's about using technology to solve real-world problems and create a better future.
Exactly.
How is iEngineering preparing for this shift?
One of Bobby's quotes really resonated with me. He said, "At iEngineering, we're not just adapting to these changes, we're driving them." They're heavily invested in research and development, constantly exploring new technologies, and fostering a culture of innovation within the company.
They're not content with simply keeping up. They want to be leading the charge, pushing boundaries, which perfectly aligns with their work on EV chargers.
Absolutely. This isn't a side project for them. They're bringing their engineering expertise and dedication to customized solutions to a technology that's poised to revolutionize transportation as we know it.
It's like they're saying, we're not just building EV chargers, we're building the future of sustainable transportation.
Exactly. But none of this would be possible without the right leadership. And that's where Bobby's influence truly shines. He attributes iEngineering's success to two key factors: innovation and commitment.
And you can see that reflected in everything they do, from their customized solutions to their embrace of cutting-edge technologies like those used in Industry 5.0.
Absolutely. He's not just talking the talk, he's walking the walk. And that kind of leadership is contagious, inspiring his team to constantly learn, grow, and push the boundaries of what's possible.
He seems to embody that always learning mentality. It's like a thread woven throughout his entire journey, from his early academic achievements to his diverse career path.
Precisely. It's not just about accumulating knowledge, it's about embracing a mindset of continuous learning and improvement. And that brings us to some of the advice Bobby offers to aspiring engineers and entrepreneurs, which I think is incredibly valuable.
So what words of wisdom does Bobby have to share? What's the secret sauce, according to him?
He keeps it refreshingly straightforward. In one interview, he simply says, "Success isn't about avoiding failure, it's about learning from it." That really struck a chord with me.
It's easy to get caught up in the fear of making mistakes, but he reframes failure as a stepping stone.
Yeah.
It's about embracing challenges, analyzing what went wrong, and using those lessons to propel yourself forward.
Exactly. It's that resilience, that unwavering determination to learn and grow from every experience that sets successful individuals apart.
It makes me think about those early days in Bobby's career, moving from one company to another. I bet there were challenges along the way, moments where he could have easily chosen the safer, more conventional path.
I imagine there were. But instead of shying away from those challenges, he used them as opportunities for growth. Each new role added another tool to his belt, ultimately equipping him with the skills and insights needed to build something truly extraordinary with iEngineering.
It's like that saying, The master has failed more times than the beginner has even tried.
Right.
Bobby's story is a powerful testament to that.
It is.
Yeah.
And his advice isn't